you are! If you want to avoid an embarrassing beatdown, you better give up now!
You're not in a position to demand anything, you nasty little pincushion!
Eggman! But how?
He had a little help.
Dr. Robotnik!
Nobody calls me that anymore. If you would be so kind as to explain, gentleman genius Dr. Eggman from the future. It will be my pleasure, most excellent and efficacious Dr. Eggman of the past. After my most recent setback, I stumbled upon the primordial form of this unique creation, which I discovered had amazing abilities even I have never been able to master. It could erase time and space. I then had the brilliant idea to use my discovery to undo my previous defeats. In order to perfect it, I needed the help of somebody as smart as I am. The only person that smart is me. Oh, you are too kind, my dear future self, and I was happy to help. I captured your friends, flinging them through time to bait my traps.
But the more your monster tears through time, the more damage you do to the world.
The world? I'm going to own the world when I'm finished with Sonic! Wow, will I really get that crazy? We'll see who's crazy after I destroy both Sonics. Forever. You mean after we destroy them? Less arguing, more destroying.
Destroy me? You and what mustache? I beat you all the time by myself, and now there's two of me.
Then I'll have twice as much fun defeating you.
Keep moving!
Move all you want, I'm still going to stump you into a blue jelly. That was just to soften you up. Now it's time to meet your doom.
Do it, Sonic!
Come on, Sonic! Smack him!
Not you!
You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
Who are they? They are insignificant. You've got the power, Sonic.
Focus your spirit.
We're with you guys! I believe in you, Sonic!
Don't give in, Sonic!
I know you can do this, Sonic!
You can win, Sonic! You always do!
Time to scramble some Eggman, supersonic style!
Well guys, it's finally time for the final encounter with Douche Baba Ganoush, the Time Eater. And as a bit of a plot twist, it's not, you know, the flavor of the week enemy that's just gonna betray Eggman. What can I say about this, guys? This is easily the weakest part of the game. It's not bad, it's just handled so poorly, in my opinion. For starters, the fact that the homing attack icon shows up on the center of the Time Eater, it's really misleading. You can't use the homing attack. The only way you can actually damage it is by boosting into its core. The music is cool, but it starts to get monotonous after a while. And there is, of course, the obvious problem. Sonic's friends do not shut the fuck up. My God! I would give for just a little bit of silence. They didn't do this in Sonic Adventure 2. They would talk about once a minute. This, you can't go 5 seconds without somebody yapping about a homing attack or a warping arm attack. Yeah, so there's only so much that I can do to commentate on this. So I'm just going to leave you guys with something that's going to hopefully make the boss fight feel just a little bit less blah. So, here we go.
How about this? It looks like a homing sign.
Careful, Sonic.
Is something the matter?
It won't let you go. It gets you.
You're strong. Is something the matter?
Like a homing shot. Careful, Sonic.
Side of the rainbow.
It's gonna take more than that.
Take a chance.
Could it be
There
us?
is no circumstance that you can't handle.
Sonic, when you switch on the triangle button. Time's going to slow down. Sonic, you can switch to the triangle button.
Incoming laser.
Is something the matter?
Like a homing sign.
Careful, Mr. Sonic. Time will slow down.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Back to normal now. It's a time piece. Look out, Sonic. It's a warping arm attack.
Dodging when you get crushed. Don't let your guard down now.
We'll end it.
Sonic, press the L1 and R1 buttons at the same time to combine your power.
Take that, you fuck. Well, it's game over, guys. Time Eater's defeated, and now it's time for everybody to go back to where they belong.
Still warm. Time travel. I'll admit, you weren't half bad, Sonic.
Half bad? Are you kidding? He was all great. He collects how many? Wow. Where does somebody put all those gold rings? You know what? I don't know. I keep forgetting to ask.
It was great teaming up with you. Hope you learned a few tricks that'll help you out in the future. I mean, the past. You know what I mean. Dude, sweet! And you're only gonna get better!
There's our ride.
Hey, Sonic! Enjoy your future! It's gonna be great!
Some of it will. So yeah, guys, that was Sonic Generations. My first project done in HD. Certainly a good start. Sonic Generations. If you've never played a Sonic game before and you want some kind of an introduction to the series, this is perfect. I mean, it has so many representations from a lot of the most defining moments in the series. I mean, it's got Green Hill, it's got Chemical Plant, it's got Sky Sanctuary, Speed Highway. You've seen all the levels of this game that I've done. So many of them, maybe with the exception of Planet Wisp, are just done so well. The bosses, well, it definitely gets you in tune with Sonic's colorful cast of characters. The Time Eater is easily the worst of the bunch. The Time Eater is basically the Planet Wisp of bosses. But if you've never played Sonic before, again, this is the best way that I could possibly think of to get into the series. The game is awesome, and it's only, like, I got it new for $40. So, you know, you couldn't really go wrong with an inexpensive, very fun game that you could spend hours on for, you know, a decent price, $40, rather than, you know, 50 or 60 like most PS3 games are. The music, I love what they did. They stuck mostly to the source material for all of it. Whether it was, you know, the modern or the classic version for the original Genesis stages, or the modern era's stages being very close but somewhat more revamped than their original counterparts from Sonic Adventure on. And of course, this medley is awesome as well. The voice cast, it's okay. I don't think it's the best in all areas, but it's certainly got some good standouts. I mean, Mike Pollock is always good as Eggman, and he has been since freaking Shadow the Hedgehog. But I think Kate Higgins makes a great Tails. There's a couple other good ones that stand out. As far as my opinion on the level choices, there's too many city levels in my opinion. I think Speed Highway probably could have been replaced by something like Windy Valley or something like that. City Escape and Crisis City are, you know, bar none, easy choices. But and Rooftop Run to a degree. I would have preferred Halaska because, I mean, we have fire represented. We don't have ice. So I don't know, there's a little bit too much sameness going on for a lot of the stages, but, you know, they're all fun. It's just that, you know, you start to get a little bogged down by so many city environments. City Escape, as I said, and Crisis City, bar none, are the city stages that, you know, should have stayed regardless. But if they were to get rid of two of the city stages, I would definitely say Speed Highway, get rid of it for Windy Valley or something like that. And Spagonia's Rooftop Run, get rid of it for Halaska's Cool Edge. But that's just sort of nitpicking. Just my opinion to add some variety. Seaside Hill, and Sonic Heroes in general, I enjoyed it. None of the levels actually carry a sort of final level feel to it that a lot of games in the Sonic series have. Like, what was it, Final Fortress and Sonic Heroes would have been perfect. Now, mind you, it would have been weird to stick it in the middle of the game, but they needed at least one level that had a very final feel. In fact, the only one that might have come close is Sky Sanctuary. The rest of them are just sort of, you know, mid-game levels, and they represent that as such. But yes, the Sonic series. My first gaming love. Kind of blasphemous to you Mario players, I know. But, you know, I loved Mario 3, and I'm LPing Mario 3. And this, if you've never played the Sonic series before, do not be curious by this little preview that makes it look, this little editing, fancy editing, but if you look really closely, you can spot the back and forth between score and life count. Obviously, the guy playing this got dicked by glitches at some point and fell through floors and had a homing attack that missed a rail and fell into the abyss. It's just atrocious. Do not be fooled by that editing. It's fancy editing, but if you look closely, you can see the score, the lives, and the ring count go all over the place. Like, this guy lost 3 lives just in the Mach Speed section of Crisis City. Has a great soundtrack. It's a great locale, but my god, just stay away from Sonic 06. Do not be curious, because it is that bad. I was curious. I thought it couldn't possibly be that bad. No, it's worse. But Sonic Unleashed, a game that, like I said before, I may Let's Play at some point. I just, recently finished it. After having coming back in January, I had the game for a long time, never touched it. Picked it up after being, really enthused with Generations gameplay, and I liked it. The Werehog can get a little bit monotonous in a lot of places. Eggman Land is one of the most cruel things that Sega has ever done in video gaming. But overall, Sonic Unleashed is a very good game. The speed was fantastic. The Hedgehog engine it introduced was just... I hope to see more games like it, but there's rumors going around that this is going to be the last game in the series that has the Hedgehog engine, and they'll work on revolutionizing something else. And on to Sonic Colors, the one game in this, this collaboration of games, Sonic Generations, that I have no experience with, besides, watching videos on YouTube, listening to music, seeing people play it. And I'm interested. I may try and pick up the game at some point. It's certainly cheap enough. But again, I've heard, it's ridiculously easy in a lot of places. The story, I've heard, makes up for it, though. So, and that's it, guys. Sonic Generations. One of the best games of 2011, bar none, and it was quite a year for gaming. And there's only 3 words to leave this Let's Play with. Indeed. Happy birthday, Sonic. It's been quite a rocky ride, but I think the future holds well for you. But wait! There's more!
Are you sure you saw a door over here? What? You were the one who said you saw a door over here! Well, I know it was one of us. Shut up and keep looking. What time is it? It's the exact same time as when you asked earlier, and it'll be the exact same time when you ask later. There is no time here! Let me just say that this was a brilliant plan that you came up with. Don't get too self-righteous. It'll be your plan pretty soon. I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it. I heard that! Do we ever win? That depends on your definition of win. Beating Sonic? Oh, well then no. That doesn't give me much hope. Maybe I'll go back and get my teaching degree. That's not a bad idea. I've always enjoyed telling people what to do.